Fox 4 movie critic, the pimp in the popcorn box, my dude, Shawn Edwards in the house.
We went, Lincoln had this weird, like, it's the best academic school in the state in the daytime, and it's the best party school in the state at nighttime.
Wow.
He shot School Daze my freshman year, and it came out my sophomore year. I ended up being an extra and just ended up in a bunch of scenes. We had a staff meeting, and he's like, I met this guy in New York, and he runs this thing called Black Expo USA, and I convinced him he needs to do it in Kansas City. So I ended up doing the pitch for Black Expo.
I came out as Kappa Claus in a Santa Claus suit.
Stop now.
Twirling cane.
Epic!
Oh my God.
Wow. Twins that they
Wrecked it, man. What's good, world? It's your boy Big Jax, and you are locked into that KC juice.
The juice.
That's right. We are back at it again. I got my partner, my dog, my co-host, the Stitch Wizard. Heath Porter's in the house. What it do, Heathen?
Man, up in here with you.
Yes, sir. We getting it in today, man. We got a special guest in the house today.
Yes, we do.
This is my dude right here, man. We go so far back. I was thinking about this on the way, like I'm gonna have to keep on track because we can reminisce about so much stuff, man.
The only man that can talk more than you.
I'm telling you, boy, this dude right here has been through. He has seen everything to come through Kansas City in the last whole bunch of years. I'm gonna say that. Just a whole bunch of years. This is my dude, Fox 4 movie critic.
Yes.
The pimp in the popcorn box.
There it is.
My guy. I call him Cruise because the biggest movie star in the world is Tom Cruise. My dude, Shawn Edwards in the house.
There it is.
What's good,
up,
Cruise?
baby? What's up, man?
What's happening with you?
I'm just happy to be here with Heath, man. He's a legend.
Oh, come on.
For
now.
sure.
Man,
That's
I'm
real
still
talk.
I'm still waiting on the documentary.
Oh, man.
Real,
You the
man.
one. We gotta. I'm telling you.
Wow.
A lot of documentaries that can come.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about a movie that's coming out real soon with your people. I can't wait.
Yeah,
We're going to talk about
right
that.
I don't know. Should we though? I'm already getting too many phone calls.
Everybody trying to get something from the
That money
situation.
long gone.
They like, some of that got to be getting passed down to you.
Making all that money.
It's funny. We actually got we having a family emergency meeting on Thursday because everybody's getting like, yo, it's crazy out here. We're talking about.
That's crazy.
I wanted to
talk
start
about
out.
it though.
I wanted to start out and
what?
tell you thank you
No, thank you
for the article you wrote on me years
Oh.
ago. The greatest clothing brand you never heard of.
That was.
Yeah.
I still am
Still
honored.
got the pitch up in the shop right
So
there.
that's funny. So it's funny you bring that up because like we've now hit a point where there is no. There are no. I'm a journalist talking about there are no like tangible publications. Like
Right.
so, and I don't think people really fully understand what the power of journalism was back in the day.
Yes.
And then on top of that, to have somebody like when I jumped in to be like 2021 working at a white publication where I had carte blanche to, I was at the, how they say you at the table, to be at the table with the editors and everybody, and I'm like, no, I'm gonna write a story about Paradise Clothing so I can let y'all know what's up. Quiet as it's kept. I want to write a story about Tech Nine because y'all don't understand this dude's code. Because Tech Nine was unfamous for decades.
Long time.
For decades. For decades. But to have that power to put that in print, and every Thursday you go to the rack. And you pick it up. Because, and see, I don't really. It's weird to talk about myself, but the power to be in the position to tell positive stories, particularly about black men, and put them on the cover. Cause black people wasn't on the cover of the pitch, but when it was like
we was gonna get in the Star.
We was putting I was writing about I was writing about the Circle in Swope Park. Nobody did that. So it's funny now. People come up to me and say, "Oh man, I remember that story you wrote about me." Like I had Mark Bryant was like, "Oh my God, I remember." Like, man, you really helped me when I was struggling with Freedom Inc.
Yeah.
Right.
So you talked about the benefits of it, the positivity. Yeah. Everybody else was chipping me down, and you was like, nah, hold up. Like, you don't understand the situation.
Right.
Like Tucker Lott, who had the card company, was like you was the first brother that believed in me. Like, but no, that was the cool part about it. When you look back, they didn't really archive stuff the way they do now, but you try to find those clippings and stuff. But when you talk to a lot of people now, particularly in this social media era, I mean, tweets and all that, Facebook posts, it's not the same as having like a validated story and your picture in that publication talking about what you out here trying to do as a black man, like especially on the positive tip. Yeah. And that was like, what you was doing was so dope, because it was like that 90s culture when, 90s fashion was being dictated, by urban styles, man. It was like, that was like a beautiful time. So what you was doing was dope. So I appreciate that, because that was because I got a lot of people said they saved their stuff and got it framed. It's funny, somebody hit me on Facebook. They had they was digging out their closet and they had a framed poster, one of those Celebration of Black film joints. And I don't even have one left. So I started trying to find one. I'm missing like 2 of them, man. Nice. They had it all framed up, man.
We always start, bro. We like to, really talk about your journey that even got you to the pitch. You feel me? So my first question is, as always, tell me about your KC roots. Like, what part of town, elementary school, high school? Like, I want to know all the way back to the roots of it all for Shawn Edwards.
No, the roots, man. So here's a funny thing. So it gets complicated. So my dad's from Kansas City. My mom's from Princeton, New Jersey.
Got you.
So but they was going through their squabbles. So I was back and forth between. Ironically, I think my first year on Earth, we actually lived in Kansas City, Kansas, and then we lived in Kansas City, Missouri, and then I was going back and forth between Kansas City, Missouri, and Princeton, New Jersey. But I grew up, like, my first 18 years of my life, I grew up in Friendship Village in Kansas City, Missouri, off of 56 and Swole Parkway. You had that hill, and we lived all the way down at the bottom of the hill, 56, 52 Norton.
A lot of people don't recognize Friendship Village.
We stayed in 56, 52 Norton, so that was cool. And it's like, it's funny because, Friendship Village was like this apartment complex. It's like, dude, it's the weirdest thing. It was like a community of families, but it was all primarily like single moms, except for Thanksgiving, Christmas, and Valentine's Day.
That is home.
That's why everybody got it. That's why most people born in October, November.
There it is.
Everybody was rolling around in February. February, December, February. That's why everybody born in September, October, November. It was all like single mothers, and so that's why I hate that narrative. Like, single mothers don't handle their business, because every mama there was handling their business. Man, you had a lot of good people living in Friendship Village. Herb Hardwick lived in Friendship Village. Oh, wow. Troy Nash lived in Friendship Village.
That's my dude.
Yeah. A lot of influential people in Kansas City grew up in Friendship Village.
And that was such a different time too. We talk about 70s, the difference now.
70s.
The idea of a neighborhood, man. Oh. You knew everybody that lived in the neighborhood.
Everybody.
And your mamas all knew each other and watched out for each other's kids.
Yep. Yeah. You could discipline each other's kids.
You could discipline each other's kids. You could go outside and play. You know what I'm saying? And not feel nervous about it. It was a totally different era,
a totally different vibe. Totally different vibe. Because we played football all day, baseball all day. We ran track. So the washer and dryers were in the basement. Community, community washer and dryers, but the basement was real smooth, so we had skating parties in the boom box, Yarborough and Peoples.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
So I grew up Friendship Village, but my mom was a school teacher. Okay. So for some reason, she had us going to, this was the bougie part of the life. So I went to Nelson Elementary School, named after the founder of the Kansas City Star. It's now a part of UMKC. Oh, okay. So it's right off 56 52nd, 53rd in Rock Hill. It's a block, one block west. Yeah. So when I was at Nelson, I was a part of this experimental classroom that this teacher created. So the classroom it was like some weird science fiction stuff. So it had 2 second graders, a boy and a girl, 2 third graders, a boy and a girl, 2 fourth graders, a boy and a girl, 2 fifth graders, a boy and a girl, 2 sixth graders, a boy and a girl, or was it 2 each or something like that? But we were all mixed in together, and it was like this creative environment where it really wasn't no structured learning.
Wow.
And then we had like a little quiet corner where you can go and read, and you wrote out your own curriculum. And then we had a stage outside the classroom where we produced stage plays, and we would do comedy. It was crazy. So
that's where it comes.
No, they didn't. That was just I was already into that before that, but that probably enhanced it though, like that. So I did that like 2nd and 3rd grade, and then the crazy people in Jefferson City came up with this desegregation plan.
There it went.
So for 4th grade,
man, that was the craziest thing. I still, to this day, don't understand how they thought they was going to desegregate a school district that was 80% black. The whole district is black. So desegregating
primarily because everybody had fled. I mean, Southwest. So in 1977, 78, Southwest was still probably primarily white. Maybe Northeast was a quarter, and Westport was about a quarter, maybe. But that's not the craziest part. The craziest part to me is they really thought that by busing us 45 minutes away to go to school with hillbillies was going to make us smarter.
Yeah.
And it created a situation because they didn't want us there, and we didn't want to be there, and they wasn't smart, and they didn't have nothing. We had more than them when we coming from Friendship Village. And so it created a really bad...
where'd you get bused to?
To freaking Cordy Elementary School. Awful. No, in Independence. Yeah. So I went to Cordy 4th and 5th grade, and I went to 3 Trails in the 6th grade.
Wow. 3 Trails.
Yeah, because like if back then if you could halfway read and do math, they put you in this program called Gifted and Talented.
Gifted and Talented.
Wow.
GT.
Gifted and Talented. Yes, sir.
So I was in GT, but I had life experience because every summer we go to Princeton. So, you know, Princeton's right outside Philly, right outside New York. And so my mom's family's bougie. They vacationed in Maine and stuff like that. And it was crazy. And so like my 4th grade teacher, like, you know, that first day of school, they always ask you what you do for the summer. And so my 4th grade teacher thought I was lying because she was white and racist.
Like, no way possible.
There ain't no way possible. I was like, oh God, this is going to be a long year.
Wow.
I like, this gonna be a long year. But so then I did that, but then thank God the saving grace came in middle school because of the Gifted and Talented program. I got a chance to go to Lincoln Academy or Lincoln College Preparatory. That was the best ever.
Right.
Like Lincoln was crazy. Right. But Lincoln, man, like it was a feeder school for everybody who thought they was smart.
Right.
So you had to like it was like a crazy situation, but you know, going to Lincoln Middle was cool, and that's when I really started like making films with Super 8mm cameras and stuff like that. Because me and my buddies, it was an empty room on the side of the auditorium that we turned into a movie studio. We was in there shooting films and stuff because that's they like really like promoted being creative, and so we did that. And then I ended up going to Lincoln High School, which was even better. Yeah. Because Lincoln High School was like that weird.
Still one of the best schools.
It's still one of the best schools in the state. But when we went, Lincoln had this weird, like, it's the best academic school in the state in the daytime, and it's the best party school in the state at nighttime.
Real talk. Real talk. That's for real right there.
I like, what is it? Like the
because it was us.
Yes. Yeah.
It was us.
Yeah. They had like real parties that they promoted on like on Hot 1. Well, it wasn't Hot 103 back then. It was KPRS back then. They had they promoted like parties like Captain Von Zell.
Yeah.
Like it'd be up there spinning. It'd be high school students and grown people. It'd be high school students and grown people partying in the gym. Like after the football game, we would walk up the steps because the locker room went straight to the gym. Everybody else paid money to come in. I think it was like $2 back then. But it was like high school students and grown people, man. Yeah, you know, that's Mr. Crazy. President spinning.
Mr. President.
Yeah, Mr. President. Yeah. Like this stuff is crazy, man. But you gotta remember though, we loved it though, cause like Look, they weren't playing no hip hop. They did not play rap music on Hot 103.
No,
not in the 80s.
No,
not at all.
Absolutely not.
I don't care what nobody says.
I don't care what nobody says.
I don't care what nobody. I grew up with that. Yeah. Y'all didn't play no hip hop, and y'all went off at midnight.
Absolutely.
Y'all played that Gap Band song, and it was static.
I swear we was just talking to somebody about
that. They played the Gap Band song, it was static. They had played. So if you was going, so there was really only two ways you would hear rap back then. You either went to the parties because the DJs would get a hold of the records, or you had a friend who traveled out of town and he would record a mixtape off the radio if they went to LA or New York.
Yeah.
That's what I did when I went to Princeton. They played the radio and bloop, all right, bloop, and you try not to catch the DJ talking.
I had one of my best friends, Tracy Johnson.
Yeah.
And her brother Tim. They had people actually. Coach Thomas that used to coach for the Chiefs, Emmett Thomas.
Oh yeah,
NFL Hall of Famer.
Hall of Famer.
They were legit Hall of Famer.
Not Chiefs Hall of Famer. Canton Hall of Famer.
No, yes, NFL Hall of Famer. And he was in DC at that time when we were young, and I'll never forget. Tim came back from one of their trips to DC, and he had Lottie Dottie and the show.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's how everybody in the whole neighborhood put it on tape.
Yeah, that song does. When people do these lists of the greatest rap songs, that song does not get enough credit because the people who put together the list weren't around when that song hit.
Right.
Because that song, it sounds like it's happening because it's live. It's not. It don't sound like a recorded. It sounds like it's happening.
Yeah.
It sounds like it's a cipher about to come to life or the party about to jump off. Man, it's like that song has such an incredible vibe. But I don't think people realize that song was. To me, Rapper's Delight, I know that's the introduction and it gets a lot of credit, but Lolly Dottie was the song that made me just dive in deeper. That was the one that was like, I got, like, that's when hip hop was like, I got you. That's the song that was like, I got you. Like, you gonna love this music. That was the song that was like, yo, I was like, oh my God, like 6 minutes. 6 minutes.
Going. You hear me?
Like you fresh.
And like you said, it's funny.
That song is, man.
Truly the organic nature of hip hop in our lifetime.
Yeah,
that song.
It's so cool, and I tell this younger generation, you know, when I tell you that some of y'all current music is garbage, it's because I have a perspective that y'all cannot have. I'm not saying all your current music is garbage, and I'm not saying there wasn't garbage music that came through in our time. But when I speak, my parents didn't even understand hip hop.
No.
They hated it. Like it was not even.
Well, it hadn't blended in. There was a true separation of genres.
That's our music.
It was like Motown versus this new stuff.
Correct.
And you could not.
It wasn't
no. It caused fights at family reunions.
For real.
It caused fights at the repast.
I love Different World, and when you watch the old episodes of Different World, there's still such a stamp of Patti LaBelle and Lena Horne. And I remember Whitley talking about how that rap music when they was gonna have Heavy D and the boys on Different World.
They captured
she
that.
was disgusted by that.
They captured that. No, those shows are great for that. They capture that. So I end up going to Lincoln. The environment was a little too freeing for me, so I end up getting kicked out my senior year because my GPA was low.
Senior year.
Yeah,
what?
Man. Yeah, man. But it was a blessing in disguise. So I got kicked out my senior year, so my academics, like, they was low by Lincoln standards, but I transferred to Van Horn, so it was. So I'm sorry, y'all, but they was high
Top of the class.
So like when I was at
Lincoln, boy's a genius.
when I was at Lincoln, I was like ranked, I was like 120. My grade slipped. I went to Van Horn, I was like number 8. Yeah. Like, my draft stock went, but also, so Coach Price at Lincoln kind of like kept me restricted because I played football for Lincoln.
My good Noopy brother.
Yeah. So I played. That's funny. He's always like, I was like, man. No, but he did me a solid. So my junior year is when I really because I grew a little bit. I gained a little weight. I was playing wide receiver, sometimes tight end, and so I was balling my junior year for Lincoln. And so Coach Price had a couple of scouting recruits come. One of them was from UCLA. Yeah, back in the day. And so that kind of like got the ball rolling, and then they, recruits don't care about what school you go to. So when I went to Van Horn, they still follow. But my coach at Van Horn, man, he turned me loose. So I played wide receiver on offense. I played free safety on defense, and then I returned kickoffs and punts.
Nice.
So, but the funny thing is, I did all that because I was like so-called fast, but in my family, I wasn't the fastest because my sister Kima was fast.
Oh, Kima, boy.
So I had to live that. No. She got like over 300 offers to go to D1 school.
Track star.
No. She never lost a race.
Edwards?
Yeah, she never lost a race in the 100 or 200.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm telling you, walking fools down out there.
Yeah, that was
I'm trying to tell you, bro.
Yeah, I was not the fastest person in my family at all. Yeah,
nasty.
Yeah. That whole Van Horn. So the Van Horn girls, they would win state every year. Because Kima would come in first in the 100, Yolanda Alexander would come in second, and Trina Weekly would come in third.
Trina? Wow.
And then, then in the 200, Kima would come in first, Yolanda would come in second, and then Trina would come in third. So, it's a wrap. They're going to win the 4x100, and they're going to win the 4x200. Because they had everybody that came in first, second, and third. Yeah. So they just needed one decent person on the fourth leg.
Right. Wow.
It is a wrap.
Man.
Yeah.
That squad was nice,
that was
bro.
nice.
Didn't know that.
But my coach turned me loose at Van Horn, and so that's what helped me land a football scholarship at Morehouse.
My people, it's your boy Big Jax, and as y'all know, I gets down on the grill, and I know what good food is, and man, I got some heat for y'all. I can tell you where the best burgers, wings, barbecue, or really anything in the city. But let me tell you about the best hot dog in the city. KC Hot Dog King is not only a sponsor of the KC Juice podcast, but by far the best glizzy you can find in KC. So much so, they guarantee the best glizzy or your money back. So for all my people planning events and looking for a great catering option that everybody will enjoy, don't look any further than KC Hot Dog King. Voted best hot dog by the Kansas City Star 2 years in a row. From weddings to pool parties, they will cater it all. Follow them at KC Hot Dog King on Facebook, IG, and TikTok. And if you want to book them, call them at 816-287-1583 or shoot them an email at kchotdogking@gmail.com. Tell them Big Jax and the Juice sent you. Big love to KC Hot Dog King for holding us down with the best glizzies in the city.
So I had 4 solid offers. I had Morehouse, Howard, University of Missouri, and UCLA. And I was like, man, I don't know if I want to go all the way out. Because this is before, because I knew I wanted to do film stuff, but see, this is when you don't have mentors to guide you.
Right.
So I should have been like, UCLA, this is no-brainer off top UCLA. But you got to remember, though, decisions aren't made out of in a vacuum.
Right.
So at night, when I had to make my decision, it was like the fall of '85. And that's right when the whole HBCU thing was bubbling up. And my grandparents in New Jersey always talked about Morehouse, and the whole thing. The Cosby Show was hitting. Everything was hitting. It wasn't at its peak. Because I'm gonna tell you about the peak. It wasn't at the peak yet, but it was enough to where I was like, I'm gonna do that. I had never been to Atlanta. I'm gonna do that. So I accepted the scholarship at Morehouse. Went down, played football at Morehouse. My wide receiver coach was John Gilliam, who's famous for what? You a fan of NFL films, right?
Yeah.
You a fan of Jack Tatum?
Yes.
Jack Tatum, he's the receiver who hit and the helmet went flying that way. That's John Gilliam.
Wow.
That was my wide receiver coach. And so, thank God, when I was a freshman and played football for Morehouse, I shot up the depth chart quick because he was a fan, because like I would catch everything with my hands. And so the ball don't be rattling around. That's why I hate receivers that don't catch with their hands. And so I end up like catching with my hands, and like, so, I made the traveling squad, and go to Tuskegee and all these different places, Alabama State, and we went to Savannah State because that's when Shannon Sharp was a freshman when I was a freshman.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Savannah State. He was a beast.
Oh yeah.
He didn't play. He was a wide receiver in college.
Right.
They converted him to tight end when he got drafted. He was a wide receiver in college.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was wide receiver in college. So that's how I ended up down there.
And Morehouse, again, everything works, incredibly well to your good.
Right.
Because in your time in Morehouse, you got to be part of one of the most classic movies
that was crazy.
All time.
We didn't even know it at the time either.
Nah.
So I discovered Spike Lee reading an article in Essence magazine, because every black household got Essence and Ebony.
Yeah.
Jet.
And Jet. Well, Jet came with Ebony.
You're right.
Yeah, you had a Jet subscription. You got Ebony. That was a great hustle though.
Yeah, it was.
Because they could sell more advertising. That was a great hustle. Johnson family. That was a great hustle.
Yeah, it was.
But I read about Spike Lee. Cause I didn't, I knew I wanted to do movies, but you really didn't, because there was nothing to really tell you who made the movies back then. We live in an entirely different world now.
Yeah.
But I read about Spike Lee. He's not the first black director, but he was kind of like the first
of our generation.
Of our generation.
Like
well, he was the first of our generation. He's also kind of like the first director who promoted himself. Because like Gordon Parks was behind the scenes, and all these other people. Sidney did stuff, but he was like, I'm just But they directed films too before Spike Lee, but. Yeah. Spike was kind of like that first guy to like promote himself, talk about himself, but he also delivered like this new sort of style. So I remember watching She's Gotta Have It in Atlanta my freshman year, and then rumors started that Spike Lee was going to shoot a movie on campus. And they didn't even have the name yet, but they did auditions. I'm like, shoot, I'm going to do that. Not because I wanted to act. I just wanted to be on the film set to see how it was made. And so Spike Lee, he wasn't famous yet. So after he do a scene or do a take, he chilling, you could go talk to him, And the cast, like, you got to remember, the cast hadn't blown up yet. Like, Lawrence Fishburne was trying to make a comeback because he was basically a child actor on Pee-wee's Cowboy Curtis. Yes, yeah.
With the Dr. J.
Yeah. And so he wasn't big yet. Kadeem Hardison wasn't big yet because Different World hadn't blown up. Tisha Campbell was brand new.
Yeah.
Tisha Campbell, she was a child, but this was her first kind of like in the lead type thing. So they was all trying to party with us because they was on campus. We was all similar in age. I mean, Larry, he was Larry back then. He was Larry. He was Larry back then. Larry was a little older, but like Kadeem and all them, we were the exact same age.
Yeah, same age.
Exact same age. Giancarlo was a little older too.
Right.
But everybody else was the exact same age, and so I just ended up being an extra and just ended up in a bunch of scenes. But the street cred from that was like crazy. And then the butt became like this iconic song and the butt scene.
You was in the butt scene? Come on, man. Come on, man.
I was in the butt scene. And that's where my film knowledge came in, because my boy was in there too. I said, man, I got a film device. We're gonna cheat. So it'd be easy to see where we at. And that's why I put on that red swim cap.
Oh, okay.
No matter where you can see the red swim cap, that's me.
Wow.
Yeah.
On a red swim. The butt scenes. That movie is still watchable, man. That movie is School Daze. So he shot School Daze my freshman year, and it came out my sophomore year. It was crazy. Wow. That changed the game. So people like to overcredit Freaknik. School Daze was a massive shift toward HBCUs.
Yeah.
It was like a
absolutely.
No, School Daze was a massive shift. Then came A Different World. Then came A Cosby Show. Because that whole Hillman thing because A Different World's one of the rare sitcoms that got really, really better each year. Because the first season was like, and then they was like,
once they got rid of Lisa Bonet.
And what's her name? Marissa Tomei.
They
got rid of both of them. They were like, Dr. Cosby's punished you enough for making Angel Heart. That's what it was, though. She got kicked off the Cosby Show because she did Angel Heart with Mickey Rourke.
Mickey Rourke,
man. She dripping in blood. And
that scene was crazy. Man, that movie. Cosby was not having it.
No.
You are not tarnishing the image of these beautiful Cosby kids. That's what you're not going to do.
Which sounds crazy with all we know now.
With all that we know now.
I'm like, that part. All right. But the funny thing about Cosby, no one on the show said anything bad. No. Lisa Bonet didn't even say anything bad.
No.
Wow.
Like, wow. Okay.
Hey, man, let's go.
He changed everybody's life.
Boy,
they don't ever have to work again.
Never.
They never had to work again.
And the thing, when you see somebody like Malcolm Jamal God, bless his soul.
Yeah.
The amount of love that he got from being Theo.
He was on a comedy show.
I mean, he was on the Cosby
There's still, there's been other shows that have bubbled up, but nothing's come close to the Cosby Show. Like Martin, people love Martin.
Yeah.
Right.
But it's not the Cosby Show. People love Girlfriends.
Yes.
It ain't the Cosby Show. People love Living Color. It ain't the Cosby Show.
My Wife and Kids.
Nah, not even close.
Not even close.
Not even close.
So.
White people was canceling stuff to watch the Cosby Show.
Right.
Yeah.
Like it's like no choir rehearsal tonight. we're watching the Cosby Show.
Cosby Show.
Look at his black family.
It's so beautiful.
He's a doctor and she's a lawyer, and the kids, they're so mannerable.
Brownstone in New York.
They speak just like us. This is so incredible. America's actually getting great.
Yeah.
The Negroes are succeeding.
Yes.
Like they was into that.
Yes.
Because everybody
I think
watched.
that's why they had to take him apart.
No, but
I'm gonna leave it
before we
be.
get to that, ultimately, well, he's trying to do some deals. It wasn't the show; they'll let you be on the show. It's what the business moves. But the show, is iconic because look, man, people was buying sweaters
They actually got to do a final show, like go out like a regular, like MASH. I don't know if you ever watched the final episode of MASH.
Of course, right. I grew up in the '70s.
So that was like for a black
hated that show. My grandma always watching it.
Oh yeah, my dad fought in Korea.
So
that was mandatory.
Mandatory.
He had been to some of those places. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
So, but they actually Cosby got to do a final walk off with him and Claire.
Oh my God, it was iconic.
Yeah.
It was iconic. I mean, it's iconic.
Very few black shows get to do that.
Yeah, that show was. But that show propelled, the whole black movement. People started buying black art.
Yeah.
It was people started listening to jazz. People I remember jazz was jazz was deader than dead.
Yeah.
All of a sudden they was like, oh, what was that song they playing on the Cosby Show? Yeah. But no, the Cosby Show did a lot, and so. But no, that Morehouse. So the funny thing about it is, so my religion teacher at Morehouse was Jasmine Guy's father. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, she would come in class. We like, ooh, she's fine. She was smoking back in the day.
Oh man,
she was hot back in the day. Jasmine Guy was fire back in the day. Jasmine Guy's dad was my religion teacher, and so. But no, Morehouse was cool. It was one of those experiences, and so I also majored in communications. I minored in journalism, and so that's why I always like when I speak to students, man, you gotta have that because you don't know which way life is gonna take you. So that's why I moved back to Kansas City and ended up on that journalism track. But before that happened, one of the greatest things that ever happened, I told two people, is church is always, the black church is incredible. So I came home, and so one of my church members was like,
what church?
St. James United Methodist Church, Reverend Cleaver.
No doubt.
Sorry.
No doubt.
There you go.
Reverend Cleaver. Reverend Cleaver at his height.
At his height.
There you go.
She still had when I was a kid, he still had the Fu Manchu and the afro. Keeping it real, baby. Freedom Inc, baby. Afro pick. Wicker chair.
With his leg crossed.
Baby Kendrick Lamar. Rapping in the pulpit.
Oh yeah.
No, keep it real. Keep it real.
He was very inspirational.
Yeah, I understand. The Kansas City would not be what it was, no matter how you view it, politics. It would not be what it was without Cleaver. But so a guy asked me, he's like, "What are you gonna do now?" I'm like, "I don't know." He said, "Well, I remember you used to make these movies and stuff." I'm like, "Yeah, I still do." He's like, "Well, I got a buddy. He's got an advertising agency. I'm gonna hit him up and send you over there, and then do your thing." So he was talking about Albert Anderson, who ran Group 53.
Man, shout out to Mr. Anderson.
Yeah, seriously. So Albert Anderson was a visionary. His brother Don Maxwell was a visionary.
Wow.
So Don and Albert. So they were at their height. So Don was a developer. Albert he owned KCXL Radio and had an advertising agency.
3Ds and Special.
Yeah.
That was on his station.
Yes. Yeah. No, for real talk. That's not easy to do. And then his wife ran another agency that handled movie studio work. So they was in the mix.
Wow.
And so I went over there to intern. And so, he was impressed. And so, I think, day one, for one of his accounts, I just started writing radio commercials and started shooting because I had the experience. And so, he was like, oh. So then, at some point, real quick, he just turned it all over to me, man. I was 22 with my own office, chilling. And then he came, we had a staff meeting. He's like, I met this guy in New York. And he runs this thing called Black Expo USA. And I convinced him he needs to do it in Kansas City because they did it like in 10 other cities. And he's like, I convinced him that he needs to do it in Kansas City and we're going to do a pitch meeting. I don't know how many people watch the TV show Mad Men, but it was just like that. And so then Mr. Anderson was like, Shawn, I like your energy. You know all about this. You're going to do the pitch. Wow. So I ended up doing the pitch for Black Expo, talking about how we going.
Wow.
Yeah. Jerry Barrow, I think was his name. I'm not sure. Yeah. So we ended up doing the pitch. They was mad impressed. And Kansas City got Black Expo. Wow. First one was in 1992. Wow. Crazy.
Which for people, if you
don't understand,
are too young to have experienced Black Expo, there's nothing here that comes through here that can even compare.
Well, first you guys set up like this. Picture a world where there's no internet. Picture a world where there's nowhere to buy a black hair care product. You can't get it at Walmart. You can't get it at Target. There's no Korean stores anywhere. Picture a world where you can't buy oils and incense. Picture a world where you can't buy black T-shirts with like the black Bart Simpson and the black Mickey Mouse. Picture a world where you can't buy black art. You can't buy kente cloth. You can't buy none of that. You all got it one time a year, one weekend a year,
Thanksgiving
at
weekend.
Black Expo. Wow. Every event, like the whole, no. And if you've never been in Bartle Hall, I'm talking about the entire, like all the doors was open, A, B, C, and D.
Yeah, all the way down.
Booths, all the way down.
The whole way.
Booths, all the way down.
The whole way.
Just shopping.
Wow.
And then at the end, there's a stage. And we wasn't doing one of like I love what everybody's doing. I had the best time ever at the Hot Dog Fest. Bob Kendrick's the man.
He's the man.
But this entertainment wasn't throwbacks. This entertainment wasn't throwbacks.
No, sir.
This entertainment was
top.
Throw forward.
Yes.
Like this,
for real. The new.
No. We had like H-Town.
Yeah.
Tony Braxton.
Yes.
Wow. Like at they height.
Yeah.
SWV.
At the height.
702.
At the height.
Wow.
I saw Monica down there. She was probably still only 15 years old or something.
Monica.
Wow.
I mean, brand new to the game.
Brand new to the game.
I mean, top notch,
brand new to the game.
Wow.
So that's the entertainment. So Mr. Anderson didn't want nothing to do with the entertainment. So I helped coordinate and book all the entertainment, all that stuff. We did that. That was in the exhibition hall where you shop. Killing it.
Killing it. I mean, they did what, 50,000 people on the weekend?
Easy.
Every single year.
Then at 8 o'clock, it all shut down. And we all went next door to the Municipal Auditorium for the step show.
Oh, Lord.
10,000. Look. We might have sold more tickets than Prince.
Wow.
For real.
Like for real.
Like for real.
Like for real. Like
that's the only. It was crazy.
This is the only time I wish we had social media. We did a step show with a professional stage, like Bon Jovi type stage.
Real talk.
With the speakers.
The whole nine, man. The whole nine. Man, I'm here to tell you that's one of my best moments ever in life, bro. Is being on that step show stage. I came out as Kappa Claus in a Santa Claus suit.
Stop now.
Twirling cane. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
Hey, that might have been a top 3 moment.
For real.
Wow.
That was a top. So there was moments each year that was always something big. We convinced Tech Nine one time to sing the national anthem.
What?
He killed it. No, Chris Calico comes out.
Yeah.
Callie comes out and actually sings through the anthem.
Yes.
And sit at the end, and the whole of Tech Nine, and Tech comes out and wrecks it, boy.
What?
Man, it was crazy, man.
I need the video.
It was crazy, bro.
I need the video, man.
It was so hype, man.
Wow.
Like I said, there's just nothing that people here can even imagine.
So like
man.
one year we was doing themes. So before each frat and fraternity went out, we had girls dressed up like, you know how the boxing girls do?
Yes.
Yeah.
That was that year.
Wow.
Man, I'm telling you, man. I came out as Kappa Claus, bro.
Don't get no better.
Man,
Dude,
that's
can
all time in my life,
10,000
man.
people
Screaming.
like, yo!
Screaming.
Dude.
To the top, bro. I'm
fights.
No fights.
No shooting.
No shooting.
No stabbings.
Because nobody wanted to mess it up, man. Because it was just all love.
And then in between each act was banging the hip hop, and we let rappers rap in between.
Yin Yang Twins wrecked it.
What?
Wrecked it. That's the same year the Technium did.
Epic.
Oh my God.
Yin Yang Twins at their
Wrecked
height.
it, man.
Dude, it was, man, where was you at?
I'm telling you,
And
bro.
then one year, because it was always Thanksgiving, then one year, my birthday is November 19th. One year it fell on my birthday. And then Sean Tyler, he was the MC. He's like, we having an after party for my boy Sean's birthday at da-da-da-da-da-da-da, where Funky Town is at, but it wasn't Funky Town yet.
Yeah.
Man, so I had to like wrap up at the end of the show. So me and my boys was in the car. Was like, dang, man, we're gonna be late to the party because it was like we thought it was a wreck or something. Because the traffic was all the way down 350.
What?
Like, dude.
Yeah.
And then I get to the door, they wouldn't even let me in. They was like, we had capacity. It's like, it's my party.
It's my party.
Sean Tyler had to come and get me.
Yeah.
Dude, that step show was crazy. Like, it was crazy. We called it Stepping Into the Future.
Yeah.
It was crazy, man.
Bro.
It was like
was
the
nuts,
Yin Yang
man.
Twins killed it.
Killed it. They brought the building down. Wow. I'm telling you, man.
It was like
they brought the building down. Like you said though, that night was such a culmination because Technium killed it so bad with the national anthem, and then all the step teams was cold, and then Yin Yang Twins came out and finished it off, bro.
It was crazy,
and that wasn't the only year it was like that. It's not like that. It was the one-time thing, man.
It was all teenagers and 20-year-olds producing. It was no adults.
No fights.
It was and it was no adults because Mr. Anderson didn't want nothing to do with it. He just, how many tickets y'all
turn it over.
Just turn it over.
Turn it over to him.
Dude, it was one of the most authentic moments in the history of Kansas City because the Greeks got to be themselves. It was no restrictions. It was they just came and the camaraderie backstage, and then we incorporated local rappers and stuff. It was like, man, it
and
was
like you
authentic.
said, the whole thing, like it was a world without internet.
Yeah, but I learned so much. I mean, because it was, like a lot of times. People have concerts, be like, man, the sound messed up.
Or the show ain't run right, or
nah, dude, it was like it was like beautiful, dude. It was like, I mean, it was stressed backstage because you had to but the show,
how it looked out there, it was beautiful.
Beautiful, God, that might have been one of the best moments in Black Kansas City history, especially recent history, because we even one of the years the theme was it's a family reunion because you was so it was Facebook before Facebook because you see everybody like, man, I ain't seen you since you graduated from last year. Last year. People was coming like, oh man, you had a baby, like man, it was that was a beautiful scene. Man. So
what a time.
It was Black Expo was amazing. So I mean I got a lot of experience at Group 53.
So when did you start doing the Movie Critic?
So I did Group 53 from 1991 when I got out of school to 1995. Then I landed at the Pitch in 1995, and so I worked at the Pitch from 95 to 2000, and then I started working at Fox in 2000.
Wow.
Yeah, but the Fox story is crazy. So I was writing movie reviews for the Pitch, and I got that job because it's just like if you ever watched that movie, the TV series, The Office. Everybody in the office be sitting around talking. So then they be talking about, how people be having conversations about movies and stuff like that. And so the editor would overhear the conversations. He called me in the office and was like, man, you got some interesting takes. I'm going to make you one of the film critics. So we had 6 film critics at the Pitch. And so I became one of the 6 film critics. And so I was writing. And so it was a funny thing, man. As much as I've been focused on my career, people who don't know me. They don't realize when I was coming up, I was a party animal.
That part. It's funny. I was thinking about that when I was on the way. Like, me and Shawn know each other just from always being in the same spots.
Yeah,
wow.
just the same.
Like, he was at everything.
Everything.
Like, from Paseo High School talent show to whatever, everything.
Wow.
He was at everything, bro.
Celebrity basketball game at the field house. Lincoln versus Central playoffs. Like, everything. Everything,
was
man.
at everything.
Every party. Howard Johnson's.
That's the Howard Johnson downtown.
The Red Barn.
The Red Barn. All that.
Every weekend.
Everything.
Wow.
Everything.
Wow.
True.
Which, by the way, means that I was at a whole lot of that stuff too. You know what I mean?
So there was so Kansas City had like I said, they didn't play hip hop on the radio, and then KCXL, when they did, they played it at 4 in the afternoon.
4 in the afternoon for an hour.
So about 5 o'clock, it was back to the OJs and Teddy Pendergrass. Like, take it off, man. So you
turn it off.
Man, so the only way they go get your dance on and hear hip hop was at the park, man. We was out there like that, man. We was out there in the Chevy Cavalier.
There it is. Back dragons. Got
Seriously. There it is. Cavalier. Push the Beastie Boy cassette back.
Oh, you know what I'm saying?
Sound system incapable of dealing with the bass. Incapable. But you didn't care.
Didn't matter at all.
Incapable, man.
Didn't matter at all.
It was my mama's car. She wasn't going nowhere after 8 o'clock.
There you go.
At all.
Right.
It was just crazy because we didn't have no cell phones. So you tell people, I'm going to be at your house at 7. You got it, man. You
better
can't
be
change
ready.
plans. You got to be ready,
You
man.
gotta go.
It wasn't no direction.
That's
you got to find the
funny,
red
man.
roof in on your own.
Yeah.
You had to find all that, man.
Yeah.
It wasn't
Yeah.
true. These things didn't exist, right?
Right.
So all the Chiefs players were out.
Yes.
All the time.
Yes, they
They
were.
would hang with you all the time.
Yeah.
You go out, I saw Derek Thomas more than my mama.
I did too.
I'm telling you.
Out, man.
Derek, Neil, all of them, man. All of them, man.
Man,
And you can hang out for real.
And you could do whatever, because wasn't nobody going to videotape
No,
you.
wasn't no
Right.
videotape.
Wow.
Wasn't
I
nobody
saw you
capturing
wilding out.
nothing.
No, you didn't.
No, you didn't.
No, you didn't.
If you was either there or you wasn't. But you ain't got
Wow.
no proof. What you ain't got is no film on it.
No film on it, man.
Not at
So
all.
everybody was out because you didn't have nothing to worry about.
Yeah.
Wow.
Man, the 90s was crazy.
Yeah.
So how I got the job at Fox, my boy Rome, you know Rome, Sean Henry,
Rome.
he ran
Shout out to Rome.
He ran this club on Southwest Boulevard or Traffic Way. Which one is it?
Boulevard.
I get those mixed up. Yeah,
Yeah.
Traffic Way is one that goes this way. Boulevard goes that way.
Yeah.
So he ran this club called Oasis.
Yeah.
Okay.
When I tell you that was Kansas City's version of Studio 54,
Yeah, man.
it was anything goes.
Yeah.
And it was on Tuesday night. It was called Fat Tuesdays.
Fat Tuesdays.
Every Tuesday till 4 in the morning. So I was in there partying with this girl who happened to be a producer at Fox 4.
Wow.
So we was just kicking it. And then one day she just called me. I thought she was trying to holler. But she was like, hey, the film dude was an old dude by the name of Doug Moore is about to retire.
Yeah.
And she said, they want somebody to take his place. And she says, I read your reviews all the time. Why don't you do it? I was like, all right. I ain't had no, because I was never trying to be the guy in front of the camera. So I didn't know they wanted me to be the guy in front of the camera. So I went and met with the station manager and the news director. And we hit it off. So I thought they wanted me to write it, and then an anchor or somebody else would read it. Like, I wasn't tripping. Like, shit, I get paid to write. Pay me to write it. Like, but they was like, nah, we want you on there. I'm like, what? They was like, nah, we want you on there. I was like, damn, all right, cool. When's this going down? They was like, Friday, because it was like a Tuesday. I was like, Friday?
Yeah.
I was like, are we going to rehearse? Like, nothing? They're like, nah, we're going to get all the deal stuff. We work it out. We'll figure out how it goes. And you go on Friday and everything's cool. And that's how I started. Wow. And nobody will ever see them tapes. Because I was horrible.
Yeah, it was a little different back then, dog. Yeah, you was fresh to the game. Because I remember watching Doug Moore every Friday in the morning.
Yeah, Doug Moore.
The first thing, during the morning news.
Yeah, Doug Moore.
So then when you came in and actually took over, I'm like, this nigga Shawn is on Fox 4 News every Friday now. He is Doug Moore? What?
The shift was crazy.
Yeah.
It was like, cause the people at home watching, it was like, boom. It was like, what?
An older white gentleman to this young brother.
And I was
just
real
like
young
that.
back then. Young, man. It was just like that, man. It was crazy on the anchor desk. Cause when I first started, I did it on the anchor desk.
Yes, I sitting at the anchor desk.
I was sitting there on the anchor desk next to Mark Alford and Heather, God, what's Heather's name? Yeah. Mark and Heather. It was
Mark and Heather. Yeah.
Mark and Heather, man.
For sure.
Like, wow. And then sometimes
Mark
it'd be Toby
Alford.
Cook. Wow. And that's how it started. It ain't never stopped, man, which is like amazing. It's never stopped. Not once. Like,
and you have absolutely parlayed that joint into all that it could be.
Everything else.
All that it could be.
Yeah, I think I might have maxed it out.
Yeah, I mean, you took full advantage.
Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. Yeah, no, it opened a lot of doors, man. It opened so many doors, because now it's almost weird to me now, because I was like at the Martha's Vineyard Film Festival last week, and it's weird where you are a part of just, people just know you, and it's cool like that. It's like, oh dang, that's easy. What's up, girl? Hey, it's like, everybody, Mar Brock's like, oh,
Mar Brock, that's a great Kansas City name right there, man.
And she killing it, man. She cool,
man.
Bro. So yeah, it opened up a lot of doors, man. It was a cool opportunity, and it only would have happened because of Fox 4, because Fox 4 is a legacy station. Oh, a ton of people, man. You'd be shocked how many people watch. A ton of people watch, man. And the coverage area is big, man. It's big. But
so was Tom Cruise the one? Was he your biggest interview?
Nah, man, that's a hard one. The biggest ones for me personally was the people that I grew up with. So I tell everybody the one interview that I was like, ooh, okay, all right, was Eddie Murphy.
Oh,
Eddie Murphy, because I started watching Eddie Murphy when he was on SNL.
Right.
And you gotta remember, back in the '80s, that was the only black dude on the screen.
Right.
40 hours, then you wait a year.
When you think about Delirious and Raw, you're talking about early '80s, bro.
Right.
Like this
Delirious
dude,
and Raw, he was a megastar in the early '80s. In the early '80s, this dude was so mega and so good. He had Richard Pryor shook.
Yeah.
Before that, Richard Pryor was like the only dude really in movies.
Right.
Richard Pryor would pop up in Lady Sings the Blues. And then he had his little own thing, Grease Lightning, and he, Richard was the guy, but Eddie took
toy.
Yeah, but Richard took it to. Eddie took it to another level. Richard could only take it so far. Eddie was like, Beverly Hills Cop was the #1 movie of the whole year.
Right.
Like the whole year. His movies was like Marvel movies.
Right.
But he's singular.
Right.
He didn't need no team.
Right.
It was just Eddie and whoever else. It was Eddie. All those, man.
Yeah. So what he did for people, the tribute that he paid to somebody like Richard Pryor, when and Red Fox when they did Harlem Nights, which it almost makes me have so much admiration for him, because you recognize that how big he was as a star, and he was very intentional about putting these people and giving them that love. That's right.
So the two Eddie Murphy movies that people don't give enough credit to, the one you just cited, Harlem Nights, because the reach back to the OGs, and it wasn't like no cameo.
Nah,
they had roles.
Big time.
They were part of the plot.
Sugar.
They was but the movie
like sunshine.
But the movie that don't get enough credit, and even Eddie talks about this, is Boomerang. Because he had us in the corporate environment. Like running a cosmetic company. Clean. Like everybody. And that was a different type of reach out, because he reached back. Because he had the OGs, man. He reached back to the 7-Up Man. He reached back to Eartha Kitt. He reached back to Grace Jones. And he had them in prominent position. But then he reached out to to Chris Rock. David Allen Greer. Even Martin Lawrence hadn't blown up. He hadn't blown up. He reached backwards and then he reached forward, because he had the OGs and he had the up and comers. But it was that environment, because he said like white film critics was like, wait a minute, what's going on? Like, there's no white people running the business? No, Eddie intentionally did that.
Robin Givens.
Robin Givens was the star. She was the lead. Halle Berry was the ugly girl. That's how crazy that movie was. She was the ugly girl. She was the ugly duckling.
She was the
No, Robin Gibbons was the hot girl.
Yeah,
she was fire back then.
Yes, she was.
She was. Lingerie stock went up.
Oh yeah, for sure.
She was. Now Robin Gibbons.
That was a great movie.
It was a great movie. But no, Eddie. So Eddie was the one. Like it's people like Eddie where I was like, and then when I got a chance to interview Ruby D.
Ooh.
I know. I was like, dude, you just, man, he's like, like Ruby D. I like this. This is Ruby D.
It's Ruby D.
It's Ruby D. And then I love when I would interview people and I realized they was like mad cool because Halle Berry's mad cool because we just be talking like, cause she like, oh, okay, you all right, yeah. Then the camera come on and we do our, then she be like, So that's I like people like, but no, Tom Cruise is big in the game, like Tom's.
Well, and I gotta tell the story.
Yeah, you gotta tell the story.
We actually worked together at Carter Broadcast Group.
Okay.
In sales, so literally I sat here, Shawn sat right behind me. We back to back in the sales pitch.
Yes.
Okay.
And the OG, one of the OGs of all OGs in Kansas City, White Hat Mike.
Okay.
That's actually one of the best names ever.
One of the best names, his whole role in life.
Oh man.
And so that's who asked him who was one of the biggest, ain't Tom Cruise one of the biggest movie stars in the world? Now I'm gonna call you Tom Cruise. And so from then on, he called him Cruise, and I'm with it because it's OG. Because Mike started calling him. So our days, and we gotta, like I said, I don't know, we gonna be on for 3 hours doing this show. But our time at Carter Broadcast Group, we gotta be able to talk about that because what you did, in my opinion, with Generation Rap.
Oh, wow.
As classic as that station is, and we talking about celebrating 75 years.
75.
I was just with them over this weekend.
Yeah.
And we talked about Generation Rap and how the level of people, the level of students and kids that came through that show. You talking about kids that went to Duke and all the Ivy League schools and Mizzou, and I mean the level of kids that came through that show. When you talk about Mara Brock, and Mara Brock's the chick that produces Girlfriends and all that. I went to Mr. Boyd. I went to the very first Generation Rap Youth Advisory Council meeting that was at Linwood Multipurpose Center.
All the Linwood Multipurpose.
Come on now. And Mara Brock was the one up there basically leading the meeting.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, I mean, from that point all the way through, but the thing is, when Shawn came to Generation Rap, he really made it the kids. It was their show. For most of that time up to that point, Mr. Boyd had hosted. Even when he brought Jermaine Reed.
Carl Boyd.
When he brought Jermaine Reed in as the one student that was on the show with Mr. Boyd. Right. But then when Shawn came in, he changed the whole script of it and made the students the actual host of the show. It was literally by the kids.
Wow. By the kids.
And that changed everything for that entity. And to me, it's still one of the best things that I've ever seen in terms of, if you became part of Generation Rap, you had to do better because everybody else around you was doing better.
I think the man that's taping this show.
I think somebody behind.
No. But the thing was, like, Carl Boyd, what he did was, he gets full credit because what he did was genius. And so he moved to Phoenix, Arizona. I guess he had some other opportunities. So Hot 103 knew the show had something because they could have just been like, all right, he gone. He could easily just play music for an hour. It was from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m.
Right.
You could put that on autopilot. But they knew they had something. And so when Sam Weaver, who was the program director at the time, reached out and called me, I was like, all right. And then Sam was cool because Sam was like, Carl did it his way, but I'm not telling you got to do it like Carl. And I was like, oh. So first thing I did, like first week, is I went in on the other side with this is back when they had CDs, and I knew that every cool song out there had an instrumental track, so you could use it as a bed. And that's one of the first changes we did. Is we played like banging beats underneath. That was the first shake up. Wow. Like playing the beats, to get the, like come on, let's go. But it grew, man. It'd be some Saturdays would be like 25 people in that little the booth space smaller than this.
For real.
They be in there. It's just, and they was, because you wanted them to like, they didn't have a lot of formats to express themselves. Remember, it's still no social media.
Right.
Like, this is early 2000s. There's no social media. There's no online. And those G-Rap kids, they became stars because they on the radio.
Yeah, they did.
They was stars. Like stars.
I think I did a generation rap.
Yeah. They was stars. Man, and then we expanded the brand. We started covering football games, and man, we was doing all kind of stuff.
When they bought the sports station, we flipped it over and did G-Rap Sports on the other station.
That was I don't know why they didn't follow. That was how much money that would be worth right now.
I'm telling you, bro.
Goodness.
But just the fact that they ran with it as long as they did, because
it was something.
There's no other show like that anywhere in the country. Wow. You're not gonna go any city on Saturday morning, nowhere, and find teenagers having their own show, even at 8:00 in the morning on Saturday. Did not happen.
They needed that. That's speaking of your doctor. That's going to be the next. They should do it. They need to do that.
I actually expressed that to them about why it wasn't more part of the Carter Broadcast Group documentary.
It wasn't part of it at all.
No. And I told them, I said I was disappointed by that because that thing was incredible. And it's going to come back. They just got to get it back in the right, the right people to be in the leadership positions for it. But that was
they got to get Carl and Granddad on tape though before they pass away though, because that was
for real.
Because what they did, because Carl had a certain demeanor, and I love Mr. Nunley's demeanor. It was man, like it was almost like.
Granddad.
Hollywood couldn't have constructed that. Like, so you had Carl, then when I did it, you had me and Granddad. Yeah. And it was the contrast was big, but it worked, man. It was like
it worked.
It just worked.
Like you said, the kids became stars, but Granddad was a star too.
He was.
When we go to them high school football games, man, the kids be like, "Was Granddad here?" Real talk. I mean, this old man, like, bro, because he was gonna make you learn the word of the day.
He had a vibe. And the show was structured, but it had a structure, but it felt like it just, it felt like an early version of 106 in Park. But it just had that flow to it, and the kid, and then the thing about it is like it was no problem letting the kids glide. Because I was on Fox. I'm like, no, let me. I want to know. I was like, do it like plus. It's like,
let it be.
Let it be. That's what made it work. So,
hey everybody, it's your boy Big Jax. Man, I want to thank every single one of y'all for coming along this ride and jumping in this KC Juice with us, becoming part of this KC Juice family. Make sure you go and like, subscribe, and drop any comments down below. We appreciate every person out there checking us out. And we definitely got to give shouts out to the Chop Shop, where we have the official KC Juice merchandise. Man, y'all go and get this new merch. Go to chopshopkc.com. That's chopshopkc.com. Pick up all your official KC Juice merch. Shouts out to the Chop Shop. They got the best embroidery, screen printing, signs, banners, graphics, anything you need. They're the ones that hook you up. chopshopkc.com. Once again, we thank you for your sponsorship. Thank you for all your love. It's your boy Big Jax. Peace. One other thing I love for you and your movie critic part of your career,
that's cool,
is that, again, because times have changed, I remember when I first got the movie cover, when the DVD, not even DVDs, the VHS tape, and they would list in the back, they would have a critic, that would have a line on there, and it would be Shawn Edwards, Fox 4. Wow. Like, this dude is on the Independence Day movie box, like threw his stamp on it, and so your ability or your opportunity to have that much contact with the movie studios, that had to be. I remember again. I just heard somebody, Tech, maybe I think it was Tech, that was actually talking about this on a different interview. Was talking about the night that Diamond, rest in peace, Diamond. The night Diamond tried to jump on Tech at a movie premiere.
Oh, that's right.
Tech was just talking about this.
Wow.
And I remember the next morning, because it was one of, you did all the movie premieres.
Right.
All the movie premieres that happened here because of Shawn.
Yeah.
And so I remember the next morning coming to work at 103. And you was like, dude, the movie company people called me last night before the fight was all the way over, trying to figure out what happened. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, that is incredible. It really was kind of it made you really realize.
Forgot about that. Nah, it's been wild because part of the job, which is crazy, is flying back and forth to LA. I've been flying back and forth to LA once a week for almost like 20 years. Like I got a whole not a family, but I got a whole family in LA. Just from going to LA all the time. I got a whole family in New York. I got a whole family in London. It's crazy. Like if I go to if somebody say you need to go to London tomorrow, I'll be like, I'll be in London tomorrow, and it's like crazy. But just building they watch everything, and they I got to give a lot of credit to Doug Moore because Doug Moore did it for 25 years. So the station was already, all the studios knew the station was committed to entertainment and movies. And then once, I jumped on, it was cool. Then I brought Russ on, and it got even bigger. And so they follow and track. But the stuff on the DVDs and the thing, because every time we do a review, they watch it and they track it and they pull it. But to see that stuff pop up. It's crazy. The ones that are crazier is when they do it and it's like in a TV commercial and that commercial plays during the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Yes.
That's when it's like, oh, this is crazy. This is a little crazy.
Yeah.
This is a little crazy. And the thing that's cool, it's not just on black movies too. It be
no. That's what I said.
I remember one time
Independence Day?
I remember one time I was in LA, man. I was at some party, chilling, and I was just this white lady, she was a little older, you introduce yourself. She's like, I'm so-and-so. And I said, yeah, how you doing? My name's Shawn Edwards. And she's like, you're Shawn Edwards? Because I had my hat on. She was like, you're Shawn Edwards? I'm like, yeah. She's like, oh.
Because it's really you.
Because when they do the quotes, it's just your name. It ain't your face. They don't know. But that's the TV commercials are the craziest because you see it, especially when they do it big. It's like, oh, this is surreal. So, but now my boss. So the way it works, because a lot of people don't understand how it works. So I know people think Russ not just go on TV and talk. But everything's scripted, so we type our stuff, and we're reading the teleprompter. And so when the studios pull it's a lot easier now because of everything's easier. But they pull the reviews to see what you said about their movies. They care. So when you say something they like, they circle it, and then they call the station, like my news director for approval, like Jana, and Jana's like, so and so called, are you good? I was like, yeah, does it match the thing? And she's like, yeah. It's like, all right, cool. So they call to verify, and then next thing you know, they call and say, well, we want to use this for marketing, and then you don't know where it pills up. It's gonna pop up. My favorite one, because I was so proud of it, because I called it first, because it's on the box, is my quote for Baby Boy. Because Baby Boy, when Baby Boy first came out, a lot of black people didn't like Baby Boy.
Right.
But now people love Baby Boy.
Right.
I called that. I told y'all. I said, this is a classic. I like Baby Boy better than Boys in the Hood.
Really?
I like Baby Boy better than Boys in the Hood.
Really?
I like Baby Boy. I like Baby Boy better.
Wow.
I'm not saying Boys in the Hood's a bad movie. I just think John Singleton was at a different level. Because I like Poetic Justice.
Yeah, I like Poetic Justice too.
I love Poetic Justice.
Poetic Justice.
I mean, John.
It's really one of the things that makes you know, Tupac was going to be a mega star, man.
Wow. He's the Black James Dean, man.
Yeah, man.
He took all that talent to the grave.
Yeah, he did.
He took all that talent to the grave.
Was going to be so
he never missed.
Man.
Juice,
everything,
Gridlock,
all of that, man.
Dude,
he never missed.
Yeah,
he never missed.
And then was dropping just crazy albums, just Eyes on Me, man.
Tupac never missed.
He would have been bigger than Will Smith.
Oh yeah.
They said he'd be almost worth $2 billion.
Well, he would have been bigger than Will Smith because he had his acting range. He's got better acting range than Will Smith.
He does.
Because he would have been in Django.
And his music ultimately was kind of more relevant. Will kind of caught the cheesy rapper dude.
Plastics.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? The cheesy rapper dude where Pac's music was gonna last forever. So He would have been huge.
But he had his acting range.
Oh,
he had bigger range.
But his newest album is pretty nice now.
Will?
Yeah, it ain't bad.
It's not bad.
It's not bad.
It's not bad.
He done been through a few things.
It's not bad.
Daddy ass.
So now as the pimp in the popcorn box, as the movie guy, first of all, I love the run that we just talked about with the Critics' Choice thing that you do.
Oh yeah. Like, celebration of Black cinema and television.
Oh my God, man.
Yeah, that's surreal. Cause I mean that's what I love about like Kansas City, because we did the test run in Kansas City because we did because legal reasons we called it Celebration of Black Film when it was in Kansas City. We did it in 2006, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Yeah, Gym Theater.
Yeah,
free for the
absolutely.
So Fox, they have they have a community engagement department. And so the head of creative services at the time was Damon Bryant, who was a young black guy, and he was like, man, we missing with the black community. We ain't really doing nothing this, like, because we got the Irish Fest, we got the Italian this, we got the that, but it's like we missing, because remember, this is pre-Juneteenth.
Right.
It's pre-Juneteenth. See, people got to put things in context when they happen. Like, this Juneteenth thing new, y'all. Now, Juneteenth's not new, because Horace Peterson had been doing it.
Exactly.
But it wasn't a thing.
Right.
Not yet. Not in 2006.
Not that stuff.
Juneteenth was not a thing in 2006.
It had its ups and downs.
Yeah. Yes, we was barely getting through MLK Day.
Yeah.
2006, there was no June. So Damon was like, man, we missing. He's like, what can we do? I said, man, I don't know what we can do. He said, I'm in the movie, so why don't we do something movie related? And I said, Damon, I got this idea. Let's do a documentary where we celebrate like the 100 best movies. And Damon was like, it ain't 100 best movies. I'm like, what are you talking about? Yeah. So then, it's corporate America. I went home, typed up a list. A couple days later, like, man, look, all these movies is classics. Let's do it. And he said, yeah. So we end up doing a documentary. We showed at the Gym Theater for free. Black History Month, February 2nd. Cold, snow on the ground.
Packed. To the top.
To the top.
Yeah.
I'm talking about, but that was the first year, and the documentary was cool. The second year got even better, because the station had a little more confidence. So the second year we did Best Black Comedies.
Yep.
But this time around, we had Nick Cannon hosted.
Yeah.
Wow.
Super packed.
Super packed.
They had a marching band like before Beyonce, before Megan Thee Stallion. We had the marching band.
Yeah.
Like that's all this stuff's documented. This was way before they did. Yes. We had them. Hey, look, just like he was Santa Claus at the step show. We was doing killer shows before Beyonce.
Wow.
Before Kendrick and SZA. Before Drake. It just ain't documented. We ain't get the credit, but we did it.
What does that feel
We
like?
did it. I don't know.
To be able to, someone tells you we want to do something new, and you go in there and bang out something, and then you see it live.
Ooh,
that's rare. Not many men can do that. That's a
great question. But Steve can jump on it with me, because to this day, and I don't care what nobody says, we came up with the greatest talk show concept ever in terms of sports talk. I'm talking about, this is before the height of Stephen A.
Oh, man.
This is before.
He was still on local radio.
Yeah. So when we created the Player, which you helped support, the Players Club predated all of that. Yeah. But unfortunately, we didn't have bosses who understood.
Correct.
So sometimes it's time, place, and support.
There's a mixture of things.
It's time. You got it. So
we had the local hip hop tie-in.
Oh my God. So how Steve was talking about, to prove that point, my career ascension at Fox 4 is because support. So the timing was right. Doug Moore retired.
Yeah.
I step in. I had the support.
Yes.
And the mentorship, and people who allowed me to say, oh, okay, you want to review movies like this? Oh, we need to use popcorn bags to rate it. Oh, you want to interview stars and extend it even further. Oh, you want to do something for the community where it focuses on black film. Oh, you want to do this. So I had the support. So that succeeded. Yeah. Group 53. Oh, you want to produce a step show and bring in Albert Aronson didn't know the difference between the Yin Yang twins and the Bopsy twins.
Right. He had no clue.
He didn't have a clue. But
he let you do it.
He's like, I trust you. See, that's the important thing. You got to find somebody who looks you in your eye and says, I trust you.
Yeah.
I brought you on because I know you have the ability and I trust you. Yeah. And it also doesn't hurt if you make him a little money.
There you go.
Correct. It also doesn't hurt if you make him, because he made a lot of money. Elvis made a lot of money. Fox Sports making a lot of money. They make a lot of money. They make a lot of money. Because they don't keep you on TV if you ain't making a lot of money. And people who watch equals money because they watch them commercials. Because I've been there 25 years. I don't watch segments come and go. Yeah. They're like, I don't watch people come and go on other stations on air. No, 25 in entertainment time, TV time, they're like 150. So we didn't have the support to take Players Club to the next level because Players Club was dope. So when you say that, so we've always created, like, I don't even know where the idea came from. But it was just like,
I just knew that. Like, to me, that was what attracted me to talk radio was the idea of being in the barbershop. Yeah. Like nobody talked sports.
Before LeBron did the barbershop.
Way before
he did the shop.
Nobody talked sports like the barbershop. You know what I'm saying?
LeBron was 5.
LeBron was 5. Literally was 5.
Yeah. LeBron was 5 years old.
Yeah, what we did then, man. And you know, but like I said, it's because one year you did the best sports movies as part of the
part of the thing.
Part of the thing. I was actually in that one. That was year I was actually in that one.
And that's another thing, man. I've always been the type of person who reach back. Like I don't like because me and Sean Tyler, like me and everybody, man. Like if I'm gonna do something, we gon' we might not always succeed, but we gonna try to. Because that's the thing. I've never walked around like I'm like no, we do it too. Because it's more fun. It's more fun when you do it with your boys anyway.
Correct.
Like, it's more fun when you do it with your people. Like it's just one of those things, man. It's like to create something and watch it grow, like all the ideas don't work, but when they do, it's like, okay. And that was the cool thing about Celebration of Black Film. I knew it was a dope idea when it fizzled out because we didn't have the financial support in Kansas City. I'm like, let me pitch this out here in LA, and they took it and gone. I mean, we've honored everybody. Like
you had Halle Berry for a lifetime achievement. Did you have Denzel too?
Not yet, but we had. So the first Lifetime Achievement Award was the biggest one. Was Eddie Murphy. So we had Eddie Murphy. Then the next year we had Eddie Murphy out the gate, and then we had Halle Berry. We've given a Lifetime Achievement Award to Angela Bassett. We've given awards to Michael B. Jordan. Last year was Tyler Perry. like Tyler Perry. Like Tyler Perry.
300-acre studio in Atlanta, Tyler Perry.
Tyler Perry was mad cool. Like we've done a lot of people. I mean, you can watch them all, man. Just go Critics' Choice on YouTube. But the show is amazing because the room is full of it's like a who's who, man. It's crazy. It's crazy.
I gotta come out there for that show.
You gotta come out, man. You gotta come out. It's crazy. We gotta work that out. Yeah, it's crazy.
We need to go out there for that.
It's crazy. It's crazy. It is so crazy.
And so that has now stepped you into the Black Movie Hall of Fame.
Oh yeah.
Which is an incredible idea, but the fact that you're gonna be able to put that here in Kansas City.
It's in Kansas City.
That's crazy.
And everybody's like, why? And so this might have been the most braggadocious I've ever been. I remember I was doing a podcast. I think it was a podcast over in the UK. And they were confused. They was like, well, why is it in Kansas City? And I was like, because that's where I'm from.
Yeah.
That's me.
Yeah.
That was mine.
That's where I live. Like, that's where I'm from. It's my city. Like, it's going there. It's 18th and Vine.
18th and Vine.
We've been talking about making 18th and Vine cool for 20 years, man. It's heartbreaking. Man.
Yeah, it is.
And I said to myself, man, I cannot leave the planet without giving it a shot.
Yeah.
Because 18th and Vine is supposed to be like the equivalent of going to heaven while you on earth.
Yeah.
Like it's supposed to be like this. It's supposed to be an adult. It should be an adult Disney World that has elements of Harlem, elements of the French Quarter, elements of Beale Street. There's so many great things that we need to recapture that.
Yeah.
We got to recapture. It's embarrassing.
And I really love where it's going right now.
It's going. It's coming.
Of course, the museum, and you just mentioned the Hot Dog Festival with
Bob Kendrick keeping it alive.
And we definitely
Bob Kendrick, man. Bob Kendrick's the man.
Bob is the man.
He is the man. We all should aspire to be Bob Kendrick.
Absolutely.
Bob's the man. I'm not that naive.
Yeah.
Bob's the man. I'm following every day we working on. My blueprint is like, you know, Jay-Z put the album The Blueprint.
There it is.
I'm gonna have the same track listing. The same beats.
Yeah. Just like Bob.
No, just like, hey, man, this the blue. No, you got it. Come on, he started in the closet. We started in the closet.
Wow.
He expanded. We gonna expand. He got that major corporate sponsorship. He driving that free Toyota every day.
Absolutely.
He got MasterCard. He got one of the dopest podcasts on Sirius
The game
XM.
is crazy.
Yes.
We just talked to him, bro, and he just showed us how the game is the most transformative thing that they've done.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
And when you just listed what he's already done, to then say, for me to hear him say that the game is the most transformative
game
thing.
is the most lucrative form of entertainment in the world.
Correct. And it's the one that's going to bridge the gap again to another generation.
Yeah, 100%. Now, Bob and I are always texting back and forth. So the one thing that hasn't happened yet that we need to have happen is we need the Negro League series, like on Netflix or Apple TV or something like that. I told him how to do it. The perfect thing is that each season you do an episode that focuses on each player or each owner or each like innovator that was a part of the Negro League. That's what we're still waiting on. I mean, we still got a couple movies that kind of went there, but they didn't go there.
All the way there.
They have not gone all the way there. It's been like, 42 days. Jackie Robinson played for the Monarchs. Right. It was quick. He played for the Monarchs. It was quick, too quick. And then Bingo Long was kind of like...
Yeah, he talked about the fact that the players weren't really that happy about Bingo Long.
I mean...
Because they felt it was a little clownish.
It was too clownish. It was
too clownish.
But it's beautifully shot.
It is. It's a great movie. The cast is incredible.
Oh my God. James Earl Jones. Richard Pryor.
Yes, Billy D.
Billy D. When Billy D was like the man.
Billy D.
Billy D. Like Billy D was the man, first black man in space.
So for you to be able to
the Black Movie Hall of Fame
muscle that to 18th and Vine, bro, I love that for you.
Y'all got to be there February 28th, man.
Oh yeah,
got to be there February 28th.
We are there. I'm all
you got to be
for sure.
Man, you got to be there February 20th.
Because again, I'm a person. I'm so KC, man. And what that Negro Leagues Museum means, especially in the current environment when they're trying to erase our history, is more important than ever that something like the Negro Leagues Baseball Museum, something like the Black Movie Hall of Fame tells our story. That 18th and Vine becomes a cultural center for us.
Critical cultural, and that's what we're trying to promote. Because we talk about. So my pitch was that if you combine the three, it's just black culture personified. Because you got the American Jazz Museum. Jazz is American black music. Negro baseball leagues. That's American black enterprise in sports. Black Movie Hall of Fame. People don't realize black people have been making movies since they've been making movies in Hollywood. And the impact, they haven't always got their credit. I mean, Hollywood was mimicking what black people were doing from day one.
Wow.
From day one. Like, here's the thing, because I'm Kansas City down too, but I'm honest about Kansas City. Like, I love Kansas City for its greatness, but I also understand Kansas City's flaws. But the one thing that I would love to see Kansas City and Kansas City, Missouri and Kansas City, Kansas do is acknowledge the one thing that I think they're afraid to do is that everything that Kansas City is known for nationally, internationally, like when I've been fortunate enough to travel to different countries and all over the United States. When people reference Kansas City, the things that they know and things that they love about Kansas City, it's all black. It's all black culture. All right, everybody says Kansas City is a barbecue town. Okay. Barbecue's black.
Mr. Perry.
If you talk to, I tell you, barbecue was black. It was black people's food because barbecue was throwaway food. White people weren't trying to eat barbecue back in the day. It was throwaway food.
Right.
We invented how we invented the technique on ribs and brisket and
rib tips
and grilling.
That's as black as you get, bro. The burnt ends are the part that you can't really use.
But you eat them anyway because you can't afford to throw them away.
And there it is.
But they be so good by the time you get to them. Now you got burnt ends.
Kansas City's known for barbecue, but that's black. I mean, the old. That's whenever people visit Kansas City, they're like, where should I go eat? I send them to the two. You got to start with Arthur Bryant's and you go to Gate. I don't care how you feel about it, taste, or you got a favorite or whatever. You got to pay homage to the originator, Arthur Bryant's, and you got to go to Gates because look, even if you think Oklahoma Joe's is cool or you think Jax is cool, look, Gates done had multiple locations for decades. Gates had multiple locations when I was a kid.
Right.
How many black entrepreneurs would be in any city? Because in most cities you go to and they tell you the best place to get barbecue, it's a singular spot. It's a single joint. And it's usually a hole in the wall.
No, 9 times out of 10.
Man, every Gates.
It's nice.
Yeah. It's nice. And the one on Emmanuel Cleaver is like, it's history.
Yeah,
right.
For real.
So you got to go to Arthur Bryant, you got to go to Gates. So that's number one, because Kansas City's known for barbecue. Then look, the Negro Leagues is in the name itself.
It is.
People know Kansas City for the Negro Leagues. The Negro Leagues was founded in Kansas City.
Yeah.
The Negro League's best team was the Kansas City Monarchs. Some of the greatest players were Satchel Paige, Jackie Robinson. That's what Kansas City's known for. That's black.
Yes.
That's black. Yeah. And then when you talk movies like the Godfather movies, Oscar Micheaux was running around Kansas City back in the day. Kevin Wilmot won an Oscar. Janelle Monáe is an international superstar.
Yeah.
The first black woman to ever direct a feature-length film, Tressie Souders, lived in Kansas City. That's black.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then even if you say, well, people know Kansas City because of the Chiefs' success, well, the quarterback's black. So everything you know about Kansas City, everything that's made Kansas City cool is black. Because I have yet to meet one person, whether I was in Rome, whether I was in Sydney, Australia, or whether I was in Topeka, Kansas, and say they come to visit Kansas City to see some fountains.
Wow. You're right.
Just a bonus to see the fountains when they get here. So now we talking about movies, and like I said, we got to push. But now I got to get to where we at right now with Sarah's Oil.
Oh, I knew it.
I can't. I watched the trailer again today, and I'm just like,
without tearing up, man. That's yeah, man.
And that's not just some movie for you. Oh, no. That's your family.
That is my direct family.
You are direct.
So Sarah Rector, brief history lesson, was a young lady. Back in the day, a lot of people don't know this, Native Americans owned slaves. When the United States government kicked the Cherokee Nation out of Alabama and made them go live in Oklahoma, they gave them really terrible land. You couldn't grow nothing on it. Yeah. It wasn't pretty.
Dust bowl.
It was dust bowl. You couldn't even walk barefoot on it. You cut your foot on rocks. It was terrible, because that's what the U.S. government does.
Right.
They take your stuff that they think is worth something and they give you crap.
Right.
But just so happened, what they thought was crap was not crap. And so what they did was every African American that was owned by the Cherokee Nation, they got a parcel of land, which I find very hypocritical, because black people have been asking for reparations, but the few black people that got reparations because they were slaves of Native Americans.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Ain't that wild?
That is crazy. That is crazy.
Because you want to take it from the Native Americans.
There it is.
So, but it also proves that we at the bottom of the list.
Yeah, we are.
Wow.
That is correct. So they got reparations, they got parcels of land, but like the U.S. government, they don't never really give you anything. So they was charging like taxes on it. But these people weren't in the position to pay the taxes. But just so happens, my great-grandfather, Joseph Rector, who's my grandmother's dad, he leased out the parcels. So instead of selling them so he wouldn't have it, he leased them out because all these oil companies were sniffing around. And so the parcel of land that was in Sarah's name struck major oil.
Yeah.
When she was 11 years old, she became an instant millionaire. Yeah. Now, so that people can understand this, because we ain't talking about 2025. Because if $1 million in 2025, you rolling. She had $1 million at age 11 in 1920. So you know what the annual salary of a lawyer was? The average salary of a lawyer was in 1920? $3,000 a year.
Oh.
She had millions in the bank.
She was making grands a month.
Yes. Easy.
Richest black woman of her time, am I right?
She would have been. I mean, there's no documentation to prove, but I think you would have known about another rich black little girl running around. Because as soon as it happened, she was like, I'd say she's like the first person to go viral, because every newspaper around the world was writing about this 11-year-old girl who instantly became a millionaire. Right. Which to me, I still can't comprehend it all, because, I mean, just the danger of it all, like knowing it's because they were killing people for their land, which is one of the reasons they moved to Kansas City. Yeah. Now, Sarah's Oil deals with her at the age of 11. They don't go further than her at age 11. So they deal with her acquiring the oil and the fight, to keep it and get the money. Yeah. So there's a whole nother movie that can happen, because all the cool shit, from what I know and from I hear from family members and documentation, all the cool stuff she did is when she was grown. Can you imagine?
I know her story.
Yeah.
Riding around Kansas City in her Cadillac.
And she had a Rolls Royce.
Yeah.
And there's some other stuff that's
Mansion.
And there's some. She also threw some of the best parties because Duke Ellington and Count Basie and Jack Johnson would come over to the house and kick it. So there's got to be some other stuff going on. It got to be some. So they're making a movie about it. MGM Amazon's making a movie about it. November the 7th. Incredible cast. It's weird to see your great grandmother and great grandfather portrayed by actors on screen. And Sarah's technically my great aunt. And I have seen it. I can't review it. That's conflict of interest. But it's a tearjerker, man. I was it's like for more reasons than one. I mean, it's a lot going on. I mean, it's just. And it's hard to watch because, it's dealing with that era. 1920s, man. It wasn't no joke.
No joke.
It wasn't no joke.
Real talk.
It wasn't no joke. Y'all saw Sinners.
Yeah.
It wasn't no joke. It wasn't no. So the family's happy.
I can't wait, man.
The phone's ringing off the hook. Like I tell everybody, man. Look, there's stories, there's rumors. I'm just a descendant. I don't have that money.
I cannot tap into that.
I don't have that money. Yes, there will be a premiere in Kansas City. I don't. The guest list is gonna be crazy.
Out there,
y'all, Steve already know that.
Yeah,
I already know that. But the guest list gonna be crazy.
Matter
of fact, y'all can do your podcast live from the premiere.
Let's make it happen. I'm all the way with it, bro.
It's gonna be crazy.
Nah,
and y'all can talk to each of the family members. Talk to each of the family members.
Yeah.
I ain't trying to produce your show.
No, thank you. Let's make that happen.
I ain't trying to produce.
I know how you produce, so I'm with it. You feel me? Let's make that happen, bro.
No, but it's crazy. But I'm glad that's the last thing you touched on. It's just and hopefully what this does, because I'm not a selfish person. I know there's other families, there's other stories that need to be told. That's why I hope this is a success. So we could tell those other stories. Because look, my dream project, like if you said you can have all the money in the world to make one movie, man, I want to make the Frederick Douglass movie. I want to. That was a bad brother.
Oh man,
he was. Douglass movie, man.
You went to the crib up there and everything, and looked over into the Potomac.
That's what I would do. I want to see the Fred. I want to see the Frederick Douglass story.
It has become my new tradition for the 4th of July.
Wow.
That I sit down and watch what is the 4th of July to the Negro. Frederick Douglass.
Oh,
it is so powerful and so timely.
In that time,
he inspired me. So when I was at the pitch, they'll tell you that when the editors were there, they'll tell you, Bruce Rogers, who hired me, man, cool dude, he'll tell you one of the most read articles in the history of the pitch when I wrote a column saying that African Americans shouldn't celebrate the 4th of July. This was back in the 90s.
Wow.
The second most read one was about the N-word.
Wow. Yeah.
Wow.
Well, man, I tell you what, bro. This is. I'm so glad that we finally got a chance.
Yeah. My schedule was killing.
No. I know how you jet, bro. I ain't tripping on it, but
one of them was a pop-up trip.
I ain't sweating it at all.
Last week I was at Martha's Vineyard, which, by the way, I met thousands of people, and I did not meet one employee. Everybody there owned something. It was ridiculous. Like, I own 3 banks in New Hampshire and Vermont. Or I'm the head of surgery at Baltimore Medical.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nah, they bougie. It was bougie for
my
real.
homegirls is out there this weekend because
it's all of August.
It's the business thing.
Yeah,
this
the business.
weekend.
It's Black Enterprise Week.
Yeah. So she's out there right now.
The first week is movies. The next week is business, and the third week is something, and the last week you just chilling.
Yeah,
it's the blackness there is like
over the top.
And it was funny too because it's like. It's so surreal because like at all the parties, all the wait staff is white because they live on the island, and my driver was white. But I did have it. But my driver was white, and the house cleaner of my Airbnb was white. It is like
it's funny.
Felt like I was in a Kevin Wilmot movie.
Flipped it around for sure.
I was in a Kevin Wilmot movie. Man. Skit from SNL.
That's somebody that we got to get on.
Yeah, you got to get Kev. You got to get Kev.
Gotta get Kev,
man. You got an Oscar on his mantle.
Yeah, I got it.
Have you ever seen CSA, Confederate States of America?
Yes, I watched it.
We're living through that right now.
Right now.
Wow.
It's crazy.
That's crazy. He predicted that.
Yes.
We are literally living through that right now,
that.
man. It's
crazy.
Scary, man. I joke with him about that all the time. Like, dude, you predicted the future, man. It's crazy right now.
Man. Well, like I said, bro, I'm so glad we got a chance to holler at you.
I'm proud of y'all, man.
Hey, man, y'all make sure y'all get out and subscribe.
You got work to do on this one.
Like. And make sure y'all like, subscribe, drop us a comment as well, as it'll help us push this out, man. One of the best episodes. I knew this, man.
Oh, man.
That's my dude. We go so far, man. That's my dude. So
he's the real thing.
And he's the real thing, man. Real talk. Lottie. We come to party. So, yeah, man, y'all make sure y'all hook us up, man. Y'all stay locked in. Shawn, man, thank you.
I appreciate it.
Heathen.
Man.
Yes, sir. We did that one.
Yeah, we did it.
Once again, bro.
Yeah, we did.
All right, y'all. We're going to get out of here. As I always say, in the words of the great Dad Von, remember, love makes the difference. It's your boy, Big Jax. We are out. Peace.